Thanks again for coming on the show. Well, that was a pleasant reprieve, but I think it's about time we got back to business as usual. So, Connie, go ahead and hit us with that next title.
Ahem. Originally released in December of '95 in Japan and about 2 months later in America, the next up on our list is Megaman X3. This entry is unique in that in April of '96, it would receive a remixing of sorts for its release on the Sega Saturn and Sony PlayStation consoles featuring anime-style FMV sequences and an orchestrated soundtrack. X3 also features a myriad of interesting new gameplay mechanics such as the armor chip system, the most expansive ride armor system in the series, branching boss paths that make fighting everyone in a single playthrough impossible, 2 super-powered secret upgrades in the Zero Call, marking the Red Repoid's first playable, albeit limited, appearance.
My. That's quite a tall order, especially for what was originally an SNES title. It's a pity I can't fight all the bosses in a single playthrough, though. I'd like to show the entirety of the game.
I've put some thought into that. I have something I want to try.
I'm scared to ask.
So don't ask.
Whoa, what the heck?
EX Parallel Reality Drive engaged.
Go forth, Nibor, with the power of parallel timelines.
Whatever you say. In the year 21XX, all the Mavericks have been neutralized thanks to the efforts of a Reploid scientist named Dr. Doppler. Using his neurocomputer, he's been able to suppress any abnormal behavior in the Reploids and prevent them from going berserk. Many of the most advanced Reploids have gathered near their new mentor and founded Doppeltown, the perfect utopian community. With Dr. Doppler guiding them, the world seemed ready to enter a new golden age. After a few months, The Mavericks, who were supposed to have been neutralized by the neurocomputer, suddenly appeared and began to riot. At Maverick Hunter headquarters, all the intelligence indicated that Dr. Doppler was the mastermind behind the invasion. Soon, the call went out to X and Zero to destroy the invading Mavericks and to bring Dr. Doppler to justice. Maverick Hunter X and Zero dispatch. A few hours later, emergency contact was made by the headquarters of Maverick Hunter. This is the headquarters of Maverick Hunter. We are under attack from the Doppler force. All units return to base immediately and return fire. And so begins our newest adventure, Megaman X3. As Connie said, the remixed version of this game has full cutscenes as well as remixed soundtrack. I am, however, not terribly fond of the remixed soundtrack, nor the remixed sound effects. So we're going to go ahead and play the original SNES version and then splice in the cutscenes.
If the intro restarting doesn't cut you off first.
Yeah, it's not wanting to give me much time, is it? X, I'll clear out the enemies out here. You go ahead and deal with the ones inside. And finally, for the first time, we get to see X and Zero fighting alongside each other. Ah! Mac, where have you been? This whole series, you're just a random Reploid that nobody has met before and will never meet again after... this. Bop. You're far too trusting, X. I'm now a member of Doppler's army. You'll make a fine addition to our forces, once you've been shown the true destiny of the Reploid race. You know, it's such a shame. They get these interesting characters with nice designs like Vile and Mac, and they hardly use them throughout the series, the only real recurring villain being Sigma. Damaged by his explosion.
You got hit and you know it.
Oh, let me dream. Are you okay, X? Thanks, Zero. I'm okay. I'll check around headquarters again. Be on your guard, X. And so we get our first taste of controlling the absolute devastating destructive power that is Zero.
Fanboy much?
Maybe just a bit. You know, I have to wonder, what was this Reploid's... I guess, honestly, that's not so much a Reploid as much as it is a mechanoid. But what was its original intended purpose? Demolition, perhaps? Looks like we've swept most of the enemies out of here. I'll go back and check on headquarters. Call me if you need me. Go back? Zero, we're at headquarters! See you later, X. Now, normally I would say that was probably not one of the strongest openings to a Mega Man X game, but given that it gives you the first taste of controlling another character, I think that makes up all the difference. Alright, let's move on to our first Maverick, Tunnel Rhino. You know, I really can't understand what it was that possessed Capcom to think that getting rid of these little intro cutscenes was a good idea. Like, admittedly, I'm sure they take up a little bit of space on the disc, but clearly not that much, and definitely enough. It's just, like, the 8 bosses and, well, the mid-game sequence, or ending sequence. I mean, they had the FMV sequences a few times in X4, but why not have one for all the bosses instead of just the generic, hey, this is the boss's name? I guess what it looks like. At any rate, some of you may have noticed already that something that was shared between the first two games has been replaced, that being the, I guess we'd call it sprite, of X's Charge Shot. Looking significantly different this time around. Also, the boss gates are quite different, both in design and their opening and shutting animation. Saw the classic one back there in Maverick Hunter HQ, and to be honest, I'm kind of more fond of that one. The wobbly gates just look weird. Nothing over there. Arbitrary wait time the enemy. I mean, you're not wrong. I always have such a hard time trying to avoid this guy's spike sled. usually ramming myself into it as I try to dash jump onto it in a vain attempt to avoid getting hit, rather than it actually hitting me.
Got to unlearn those habits from Mega Man 7.
Yeah, I suppose. At least we got an extra life out of the deal, right?
I suppose it's better than you farming for them.
Well, that's something you won't have to worry about this time around, now is it? There is no shop system in X3. You won't have to worry about that again till... heck, what? X8?
Maybe with the X series, but Classic 8 has a shop system.
This is true, though I've barely played any of the Classic Series 8 at all. Like the intro level, and that was about it. Strange, boss. I really don't understand the correlation between him being a rhino and being in tunnels. Of course, I suppose the animal that the bosses are have not always, in fact, rarely made that much sense as to what their other thematic was. Oh no! You got me! Yeah, having to keep my hand the way I have to keep it to be able to dash easily. I'm not used to that thanks to Mega Man 7. I have to redevelop my gamer claw. Now that should not have stunned me. I was already off the wall. Evidenced by the fact that I, well, wasn't near the wall when I fell. A strange hyper attack. I guess desperation attack. Really, just pretty much the same as one of his regular attacks. He's just not vulnerable. Yes, X3 still uses that special chip X2 used to get those pseudo 3D polygons. Moving on, next we have Volt Catfish. Looks like somebody's still around from the classic era. I have to say, that intro is a bit quirky, though, despite the nicety of the classic series reference. keeping a running tally, are you? Nabbit. Having more than a little bit of difficulty with my controller here. Have to remedy that later.
But for now, the show goes on.
Indeed, the show must go on. Where's this go? Somewhere I really don't want to be right now.
Not going up that one too?
Yes, well, I know where that goes, and it would be a waste of time to go there right now. So I shan't. These rooms seem awfully familiar to the X-Hunter rooms. I wonder whatever they could be used for.
You're being awfully quiet, Nibor.
Yes, well, I'm just trying to think of ways that I can circumvent my controller problem here. Though I by no means consider myself an expert, my control suddenly stopping completely, well, yeah, I can't get around that.
This is just sad.
That it is. I suppose you could say it's like shooting catfish in a barrel. And so the second Maverick falls to our force. And with two of them out of the way, we'll see you on the other side. Hopefully with a fix. Wait, what's this? the Maverick Hunter I failed to catch last time. I had no idea he's so powerful. How could you not? He pretty much, well, I guess I can't say single-handedly stopped Sigma's rebellion, but X2 was all him. Bit and bite. Ah, the Nightmare Police. A title they are never even officially given in this game. Bring that Maverick Hunter to me. Alive, if possible. Affirmative, Dr. Doppler. Mysterious Maverick. All one word. Alive, Dr. Doppler? You're so kind. Gee, I wonder who it could be. They didn't really shadow him over very well. Watch your mouth or I'll put you back where I found you. Even with your enhancements, you're still no match for me. Thanks for the upgrade, Doctor, but I have a score to settle. And I'll do it my way. Fine. Just make sure you do it. Still can't believe that Maverick Hunter defeated my master twice in the past. That must be the neural computer. At any rate, that's 2 Mavericks down. So we'll see you on the other side.